You are the mayor of Montezuma, and we were just talking for a moment. You started in January of 2020?
That's correct.
Okay, so you came in after the search for Molly and all of those things,
Yeah.
and nobody would have expected that, and that we would have something similar to that here in Montezuma now.
No.
How are you and your community doing right now?
Well, the community is suffering, honestly. It's never easy when anyone goes missing, but Xavier's a little boy and, obviously a child, and that kind of takes things to just a different level. Everyone is very concerned and honestly just scared for him.
I mean, as a community, in a short time span, you guys have gone from the highest of highs. So your high school team won a state title, and you guys were feeling proud, and things were good. And then all of a sudden, this has just hit, and
Yeah,
it's just a real seesaw going on here.
most definitely. Kind of like a ton of bricks,
Yeah.
this one. You're right. We have had, lots of success in the last year. We've also had lots of trials and tribulations, along with a lot of other communities in the state of Iowa.
Okay. So Montezuma is closely tied with Brooklyn. I mean, I know when I was in high school, there was a good rivalry between Montezuma and Brooklyn, but there are many families and many other ties that. So when that happened in Brooklyn, it impacted Montezuma as
It
well.
most definitely did.
And as that trial was wrapping up, I would think that Montezuma kind of exhaled a little bit of relief that that's done. That chapter's in our past, and almost within the same day, really.
Yeah,
This
didn't really have time to celebrate that.
No.
Although we were all, very happy with the way that all ended up, and we felt that, our sheriff's department deserved that, and along with other law enforcement agencies, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, it was not much of a rebound there.
So what do you think the difference is between Molly's case and Xavier's case? Because with Molly, there was a ton of national media that showed up. There was press conferences regularly. So far, we've not seen that with Xavier.
Right, we have not. And I can't answer that question. I don't know the answer to that. Obviously, it's two totally separate cases, different circumstances for each case, and I'm sure that, we trust that law enforcement is doing what they feel is best right now.
Your employees, city employees, the fire department, all of those folks have really been putting in a ton of resources. How is the city of Montezuma helping to handle that, make that possible, and do you guys need some help in order to make that even?
It's really a good question because we aren't good at this. We don't do this stuff often. This isn't something that we ever want to get good at. But everyone is definitely pitching in, coming together, and, trying to get Xavier's face out there. And as far as us needing help, we probably do. We have, the Poweshiek County Sheriff's Office has set up a reward fund, which we're hoping that'll help. It'll help make people maybe stop and think a little bit harder, and maybe they've got some tips. Anything is anything. They'll listen to any of it. And that is really what we want. We want people to call in to the tip line if they can think of anything that was unusual on that day or prior days. We don't know. We just want them to inform law enforcement agencies of that. And that tip line is 641-623-2107.
And for your residents in your community, do you feel you're able to tell them that you feel like they're safe still? I mean, I'm sure that people
Boy, I
probably
can't tell them that. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that is something that would have to come from Sheriff Kriegel, the DCI, that kind of thing. I guess not hearing that we need to be on the lookout. I guess one can assume that we're safe, but assumptions aren't always a good thing.
Right.
So everyone is very cautious. Kids are scared. They really are. They're, Xavier's classmates and friends and the parents of kids that age, they're very concerned.
Reward. So can you tell me a little bit more about how this came about and how folks can help contribute to it and what your ultimate goal is with it?
Right. The reward fund came about. I heard it through Tom Kriegel, our sheriff, and people can donate. They can give cash, a check. They can wire money to Montezuma State Bank. That is where the Xavier Fund account is.
How would you encourage somebody to say, you know what, maybe I should say something?
I guess you really never know. You never know if something that dawns on you that was unusual or just something that you saw, you never know if that's going to be a benefit to this case, to their investigation. I would suggest you just take the chance and give them a call and let them know what you're thinking or what you saw. They'll listen to any of it. The whole community has really come together and they're getting Xavier's face out there. Hopefully this is going nationwide. We don't know where Xavier is. Mm-hmm. And we want everyone to see his face. And that's really what we're working on right now. As a community, our surrounding communities, everyone has just pitched in that way and helped tremendously. And social media has been a big part of that. And we'll try anything. Any posters hanging everywhere, that's what we want to see.
And you are the person that's behind the Montezuma Record, which is
right.
the official newspaper here
right.
in Montezuma.
Yes. Yes.
And I know that for you, I mean, this is, Molly just ended, all of that,
Yes.
Talk me through how the communities responded. I mean, they had the same day, you get the verdict in, and then
Mm-hmm.
Xavier's
and then
reported
he
as missing.
disappeared. Yes. I think they're still kind of numb from Molly. That went on so long. It's like 3 years, I believe. 2018 till. No, the community has really bonded together on trying to find him.
Mm-hmm. To get that national attention. What do you think the difference is between that case and this one?
Well, I don't know that there's a lot of difference. It's the unknown, if we just don't know what happened to the little boy. Of course, we didn't know for Molly either, but this seems to hit a little harder when it's a kid like this.
The word that's coming out from law enforcement seemed to kind of ebb and flow a little bit during Molly's case, but it's been a little quieter. Do you think that has something to do with the amount of attention that the Xavier's case is getting?
Probably.
Yeah.
And they don't want to. There's just so many unanswered questions right now. I think they just want to keep it quiet till they know what's what.
As a local reporter, news individual, as far as Xavier's disappearance and for your community, what kind of advice would you?
Oh, I really don't know. Things have gotten so bad for the kids and everybody. I just don't have any advice.